Turns out democracy's greatest villain is a guy named Joel. That's right. This is over on PCGamer.com. They got the details about HellDivers 2 and a mastermind or the dungeon master behind all the events in HellDivers 2. The title reads, we have an actual person with the title of Game Master. A single HellDivers 2 dev named Joel is pulling the strings on this galactic war like an all-powerful D&D dungeon master. War will become more and more sophisticated over time. That's the title of this article. I don't know if they told people at PC Gamer that titles need to be a little bit shorter, but that's a dissertation right there, the title. Check the story out. They got the details over here. Joel, man, HellDivers 2 Galactic War is much more than a mission selector. In a short time, players have become more invested in the status of their favorite planets and reacted to gains and losses in the sector's liberation. So if you play games like PlanetSide 2, if you play games like even Foxhole, anything with any kind of like conquest or tug of war back and forth, this is the part of the metagame of HellDivers 2 which makes it so addicting. It's not just the progression and killing aliens and the great cinematic experience when you're on a planet. There's some reason and rhyme behind the rhyme and reason that you need to take over some territory. Unexpected to players, that is. To developer Arrowhead Game Studios, the war is a product of careful planning and storytelling by specific behind-the-scenes individual pulling the strings. What Arrowhead CEO John Palston did describe to PC Gamer as HellDivers 2 Dungeon Master. So they got a Dungeon Master back there turning knobs, adjusting knobs and pulling strings and blowing horns and all kinds of stuff. We have an actual person with the job title of Game Master. His name is Joel, and he takes his job very seriously. Very seriously. Joel is very serious about this. He says, Palsted says Dungeons and Dragons has been a major inspiration towards Arrowhead. And it kind of, you can kind of see that. You can kind of see that with a lot of the random and dynamic events that are happening. It didn't seem like this was all randomly made by some kind of a program. This has some kind of thought process and evil intention, if you will. The enemy of democracy. Those twists, as explained by Arrowhead prior to HellDivers' release, can be as granular as giving a specific player access to a special stratagem mid-mission to spice things up, but it also extends a larger narrative events in the Galactic War. I've been seeing tweets of people getting vehicles in the middle of their missions, which everybody doesn't have access to, but they're just sprinkling vehicles in certain missions. So people are like, where'd that come from? Joel. It came from Joel. Joel's trolling. There have been sudden moments where maybe one planet was too easy or one was too hard, and Joel had to get up in the middle of the night to give the automatons a bit of reinforcement so that the players don't take the planet too quickly. Now that's what we call dev hacks. Y'all doing a little bit too well, so I'm just gonna boop, boop, spawn, boop, spawn, boop, 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 spawn, 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 boop, boop. You know what it reminds me of? The last days of Final Fantasy XIV 1.0. I don't know if you guys heard this story. The devs at Square Enix, the last day, they were just having fun because the meteor is about to blow up the world and they were about to turn the servers off. They were manually spawning super monsters in the middle of town, killing everybody. Sitting back, giggling, tears in their eyes, laughing. They were spawning monsters in the middle of town, just ransacking everything. And players couldn't kill them. They were just super strong monsters. So it was a very, very chaotic and fun event. Sounds like what Joel's doing. Joel's just like, man, they're doing too well. We're just going to buff everything. Yeah. Sounds like one of those Dungeons and Dragons DMs. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Check this story out. Over on PCGamer.com, they got the details about Joel, the evil antagonist, the enemy of democracy in HellDivers 2, which is a great game so far. I do have it. I'm only like level 4 or 5. I just got started. Going to be playing some more tonight on my live stream at twitch.tv/Buona, youtube.com/Buona/live, live.space/Buona. You can come by and watch me and laugh or join me. Check it out over at PC Gamer. They got the details over there.